We've got to hold front position right down the ground, and we've got to, every instance we've got, we must attack. Well, that's what we've got to do and push hard. Got to win the game. Still try and win the game.
Thanks, Andrew.
One of our favourites here on the EFL media team, Andrew Toop, and thanks to Wesman Aponzo and Lockie Munro doing a great job this afternoon. Thanks to chiropractic betting, of course. Heading there for a good night's sleep. And goal of the day and our play of the day, of course, named after that company as well. It's a 42-point margin to the Doncaster Footy Club at three-quarter time. The ground here at the MRR is still drenched in sunlight. It's bloody cold up on this balcony, Ray Bear, but I'm sure it's lovely out there on the ground.
It is getting a bit chilly up here, but we're into winter nearly, mate.
Jab Casey, take us away.
As the umpire holds the ball aloft, Jarvis is looking to leap against Haining. He does get into him and he wins the tap, knocks it 5 metres forward. Who's going to win the roving duties? And it goes at ground level to Fogarty. He gets it inside 50, bouncing ball, eludes everyone. Last man there is the Lumachese, but he lets it bounce over his head.
Boundary.
And the pack comes in. We'll go boundary in a second. We've just got a ball 5 metres out from Doncaster's goals. It's a 42-point differential. Rucks go at it. Haining taps it into the corridor. Now it's 10 metres out. And the pack comes in again for another ball up. A lot of pressure on Montrose. They've been very dour. They just haven't been able to break open. Haining wins the tap, and now they clear the kick. And it goes to the outer side, dribbles all the way, 70 metres away from the goals and out of bounds. Perfect opportunity to go to our chiropractic betting boundary riders.
Yeah, just in that huddle for Doncaster, Heath Scotland was really showing his experience, really telling the players to get short kicks into open space, make sure you push it to those one-on-one contests. And then Andrew Trinquilly chimed in stating that he needed to, don't worry about it.
As we now go to the ground at centre forward, Doncaster looking to get the first goal of the last quarter. They're 60 metres out from the goals. As it's been wrapped up and we've got another stop in the game. Ray, any hopes for Montrose?
Not the way it's shaping up, Gav. You know, they had to kick the first goal within a minute, I thought, to get back, you know, any sign. But it just, look, this is playing into Doncaster's hand now because it's just stoppage after stoppage. Doncaster don't care. They don't have to score.
As Haining goes up against Coman. Good leap by Coman. Gets it to ground level. Quick kick forward by Collineri. Punch there by Montrose. Gets it out of their defensive area for now. But it's picked up by Cooper. He's running around. He's looking for another goal. Oh, that might be Hill, actually. And he fires it a beauty from... It is Cooper.
It is Cooper.
6 goals on the board. He's looked so lively there. Wow. He just ran from the boundary to the corridor,
that was
untouched, and he just pushes it through with a booming kick, and it's such a sweet kick that it goes through for goal number 6 and Doncaster's 12th.
How cool was Super Cooper there? Look, he was just look, he had everything under control there. There was no need for any urgency whatsoever, and the kick was phenomenal.
Boundary.
Cross down boundary side, thanks to chiropractic betting.
Just to pull myself out of the gutter, Andrew Trinquilly actually wanted to make sure that the boys were first to the ball to make sure Montrose didn't get that ball.
Take 2.
In your own words, Lockie, don't worry about it. As the ball goes up towards the half-forward line at the moment, Ryan got the little handball away, bounces up towards the wing position, handball over the top now, Doncaster, they're charging themselves forward, going after it there was Collineri, got pulled down in a great tackle there by Grimwood, who's, Fogarty, sorry, it was, and Grimwood switches the ball out wide now for Montrose. Gets it out, Emberson, short passes on, Langdon, has been serviceable today for Montrose. Wing position, kick goes inboard, David Bell. Short passes on, it wasn't the intended target, but it worked out okay in the end as Emberson takes it. Kick goes inside, forward 50, it's all Doncaster there. Humphrey got in the front spot, picked up there by Malloy at the fall of the ball, knocked it out towards the Shimmerbush direction, couldn't quite trap it, in came Fielding, got a little handball back, and now Schilling has it for Montrose on the paint of 50. He set sail for goal, and it drifts and drifts and drifts. Ramboldi just watched it. Kicked it out towards the half-back line. Speaking of stubbing the toe, that's exactly what they've just done on the wing there with Hooper. Got it away, Coman, back to Hooper. Snaps the ball inside forward 50. It didn't have that much purchase on it, so Montrose will get themselves out of danger here as the kick comes from handball from McArdle, putting a lot of pressure in the middle. Fogarty lays a good tackle. He's also been good this afternoon. We'll have a bounce just inside the centre square at Doncaster's end.
Boys, a couple of around-the-ground scores that we're going to keep an eye on over the last quarter. Roval lead Baldwin by 10 points at three-quarter time, of course. Norwood coming back against East Ringwood. They only trail by 18 points. A 13-point lead to Blackburn over Knox. Apparently Knox have the breeze in the final term. And Noble Park only leading by 3 goals over North Ringwood.
And while those scores were being told, it was a free kick to Doncaster at centre forward. Ganakis gets the kick inside 50. Lumachisi tried to take a one-hander in the pocket, but just went over the top for a boundary throw in now. 20 metres around from Doncaster's goals. Haining, rough and tough, gets the tap. Amberson at the back of the pack. Kicks it to centre half-back. A bundled kick gets all the way to Fielding. Fielding's off and running with a hand pass. Johnson's with the connector. Here's Grimwood. He's got speed. He's got dash. Gets it out wide. Spears a pass in. And it's beautifully played by Montrose to get to half forward. Now, where's the next option? This is where they've struggled all day. Inside 50s. The kick goes high, up and under the goal square. Flyers go at it. Tabernar there. Ground level. Myers does the mopping up and concedes a minor score. So it's Montrose 5-6 for 36. The Doncaster 12-11, 83. So Doncaster got the kicking in duties. We had special comments when they become special in the minds of Ray and Paul.
Can you hear us thinking here up on the balcony?
Scotland plays his own game, and then he kicks it out wide to the leading option of Cosgrove on the outer side at half-back. He looks further afield on the wing. Good. Brilliant pass to Fogarty. He's been good today. Hands it over the top to his runner, and then Colinieri. Colinieri now gets it inside, back to Fogarty under a heap of pressure, has the attack stopped short by the defence of Montrose. And Montrose take possession, but then going nowhere. Jarvis or Hill came in for the late tackle. Held up half forward at Doncaster, outer side of Montrose. Coleman comes over the top, and Haining again wins a good tap out, and they're sharing it around. Tackle comes in fiercely, so Montrose couldn't get a long kick out of defence. Grimwood's being dangerous, comes 2 bumps in. He's got some help from teammates as the ball's bobbling around. Now the bouncing ball, Scotland puts his head over it. Nice courage. 3 tacklers get in, but he still gets his kick forward. Marked by Colinieri. Gets it out wide to Myers. Running onto the paint. Puts it into the goal line and just misses to the right. So a minor score there for Myers, and it's 12-12, 84. A 49-point lead to Montrose. Over Montrose is Doncaster's lead. Montrose are 5-6, 36, and they've just got the skills, Doncaster, when they open it up, Ray.
Oh, they certainly have. Look, you got Montrose are trying, but they're just not getting anywhere near the ball. That's the thing. They're controlling the game, Doncaster.
There's a serious chance the floodgates get burst wide open here.
Yeah.
Doncaster find themselves on the right end of a percentage booster.
Well, to think they could have been undefeated if those 2 close ones went their way.
Absolutely right.
So Montrose start their attack, kick out towards the Haining direction. Tabernar got one little hand on it, but couldn't quite pull it down. Colinieri, hasn't he been good today? Chopped off by Haining and got the handball back to Fielding, and then he went backwards to Conyers again. Here's Goodman on the left boot, kicks it up towards the wing position. Knocked away right in front of us here on the broadcast side. It might actually stay alive in the end. Messio did very good, but it looked like it went out, but we'll give the umpire the benefit of the doubt here as he calls the right decision now.
The reason why I could see that your screen was in the way, the player coming off the ground was in the boundary umpire's vision. That's what did it.
No excuses, though. You should be better than that.
Should have X-ray vision.
Pardon the pun.
You know I love the umpires, BWS.
It is, of course, Community Umpire Appreciation Round or something to that effect.
That's right.
Well, it's also National Volunteers Week across the country.
Well, there you go. Well, these guys aren't volunteers, of course. They get paid a nice
That's
packet.
me.
It's not me.
You wouldn't know it, though.
That's right.
Who's earning their wage today, though, so far, Ben?
No beer for Gav after the game.
Oh, come on. I'm sorry.
Umpire drenched in sunshine.
The umpire is.
Absolutely.
They've been good, actually. I reckon the umpires have had a good one.
No, certainly have.
No, they've been all right today.
No mistakes.
1 point's the difference between Knox and Blackburn in the last quarter. The ball trickles up towards the half-forward line for Doncaster, and out she goes.
Scoreboard attendance still hasn't added that point for this quarter for Doncaster, so maybe wake up over there. That's twice in 2 quarters.
So the score attendance given up. Let's hope Montrose on the field have it.
So
It's one way of stopping them scoring, just don't add it to the scoreboard.
So it's 84 to 36 as it currently stands. Ball over and out once again.
Boys, just while you've got a little bit of a lull in play, we've currently got 10 games at 3-quarter time that sides were separated by less than 3 goals.
Wow.
Ball and Roval, Knox, Blackburn, Noble Park, North Ringwood, Croydon, Mooroolbark, Lilydale, Waverley Blues, East Burwood leading Wantirna South by 4 points at 3-quarter time. The Basin, Baronia, Warrandyte, Ringwood, Kilsyth, Forest Hill and Whitehorse and Glen Waverley Hawks deadlocked at 47 points apiece. We'll keep you updated throughout the rest of the quarter.
We're going back to Dyson plenty over the next half an hour. There's no doubt about that. Wouldn't it be great to see the Rams notch win number 1 this afternoon?
Would. Yeah, no, it certainly would.
So right in front of us here. Pye throws it up now. Haining, big knockout. Charging through Scotland, went out wide. Here's Alessi, kicked a ripper goal in that 3rd term, just pokes it up towards the half-forward line, but straight down the throat there of Lindgren, who goes into the middle of the ground where Goodman takes the mark. He wants to swing around on the left. He does that now. Kicks it up towards the Schilling direction. It bounces just in front of him. He was able to trap the football head over it. See, Cavallis came in hard. Umpire said play on. McGarnis lays a good tackle and will have a bounce.
Doesn't have to do much today, Benny McGarnis, but he's been as solid as always. He's very deceptively strong.
He's an unselfish footballer as well. There's no doubt about that. So it comes out now. Emberson hits the deck. Pye says all is fair. Very excited about some of these scores that are coming through. There's a good one coming through from Zerbies also. So it comes out now. Just thought I'd throw that one in. 3 of you tipped Mitcham. Unbelievable. As it comes out now.
I didn't beat
up and under.
so I still get that beer, yeah?
Yeah, okay. No worries. Up and under kick marks being taken by Cosgrove.
Haining's playing all right today.
Square ups everywhere.
Cosgrove dumps the ball forward. Just looking for Cooper. One of the best on ground today. He's kicked 6 absolute rippers. Wins the football again. He had 4 demons right on his hammer and will have a bounce.
Speaking of close games, Essendon, after not kicking a goal in the first half, have just gone down by 14 points to North. North 10-14, 74, Essendon 8-12, 60.
Here's Anarchus. Has he got enough purchase on it? I think he has. From on the 50, he kept it low and he kept it straight. Anna's boy, that's his 2nd of the afternoon. And Doncaster, they're enjoying this one now, 12 minutes in to this final term, and they move to 13 goals, 12-90. They lead Montrose 5-6, 36.
So with about 18 minutes to go, I think with Doncaster, they'd be looking at a bit of percentage here because they need to get some more score on the ball just to have a big win.
Yeah, but thankfully, I reckon they've got a good percentage in that they've had a lot of low scores.
Yeah.
Well, they've got before today, they had a percentage of 120, which was 2nd best in Division 1.
Yeah.
But every little bit helps.
Without a big win, that's right.
So it's in the middle of the ground here at Montrose. Grimwood picks it up when no one else wanted it. But his hand pass didn't get connected. And now it's Doncaster moving it through. Anarchus has been very, very good as usual, pushing the back as he hand pass forward. But it's so Montrose get to turn it over through Fielding. On the outer side, goes to half forward. It's a Schimmelbusch, did nicely from back, got in front, punched it down on the end of another hand pass and spears a pass in short to his teammate in Alessi. So Alessi has got it, kicked a great goal in that 3rd term, maybe goal of the day you would suggest. And Anarchus, with that goal previous, is getting up there for Best on Ground award, don't you reckon, guys?
Absolutely.
As they go inside 50 again, it's an open goal, missed by Sia Cavallis. Maybe he was looking at his dog, and it was a minor score and pushes the lead out to 54 or 55 points, depending on who you believe, as we tick over 13 minutes in this final term.
Who you believe?
I believe you.
Point.
I believe you.
Well, you implied there's some doubt there.
A little doubt.
Can't you remember that point?
I do, actually. Yeah, I called it. But anyways, back into it. 91 plays 36. As We've had a few special comments, guys. If you didn't clock off at 3/4 time, did you?
This game's just
it's
fizzled out into a
Sam and Ralph.
very disappointing finish. This game,
Very
James
good.
Monks.
Another behind Doncaster.
To give special comments, something special has to happen.
Don't give them a bailout.
If you like, we can do very ordinary comments.
Well, you've done it all year.
Hey, we're losing the plot up here on the balcony at the MRR this afternoon.
Just dust down that vacant seat tomorrow in the studio, won't you, Gav?
A few barbs being thrown.
No, you love it.
92 plays 36.
Yeah.
GWS has the shakes.
We love our
It needs a
time
beer.
together Sunday.
Beninga.
Isn't he
It's
awesome?
a lovely kick-ins all afternoon here. He's Quirk, who's been relatively quiet, hasn't had a lot of time on the ground
on senior
either.
debut.
Kicks up towards the half-forward line now. It's picked up there by Langdon. Handball out wide, looking for Goodman, who wants to paddle it back so he can use his left side. It was chopped off by him. In came Baton Leach, got the handball out wide now. Montrose can use the wing to send themselves forward. Brett Johnson presents, takes the mark now. We want to use the left. He's got players running in the middle. If he wants to create a switch, he'll go for the shorter option there. It was risky. Monks chopped it off, but they still had the numbers, the Ds. Here's Beninga, goes back to Johnson now on the left boot, kicks it up towards the Schilling direction, and a beautiful knock away by Sam Myers over the boundary line and out of bounds.
At the moment, look, Montrose, they look leg tied too, don't they? Look, every player's running to the ball. Doncaster just beat them to it every time.
It must take a lot out of them to play this zone where they guard space.
Yeah.
It must be very taxing as a system.
High throws the ball in. Sharks once again. Kick goes up. Oh, Monks dropped what he probably should have taken, but was able to regain the football, then kick the ball inside forward. 50. Cooper's at the back, but it doesn't matter.
There he is.
Because the cheese was in the front.
Can't play
He's going to
on.
play on the big man, too, and he's
Lucky.
having a bit of a giggle as well. The umpire said, go back and have your shot, Josh.
He got tackled when he
He
ran on.
got tackled and dropped the ball. He was lucky the umpire brought it back.
The cult figure, Josh Lumachisi. The double-handed ball drop.
So he's kicked a couple this afternoon. He'll come in now. He'd love to make it 3, and he does make it 3. Over the goal umpire's head it goes, and Doncaster just running away with this game now. It was a really entertaining game up until half-time, but ever since it's been all the Sharks' way. 17 minutes gone on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, and they have kicked 14 goals, 14, and they are 97, Montrose 5-6.
In all seriousness, he's added a lot today, Josh Lumachisi. Every time the ball's near him in the area, he competes well. He brings it to ground. He throws his body weight around because there's a lot of it, and he always makes something happen. So I've been quite happy with his output today.
You've got a massive man crush on him. There's
No,
absolutely no doubt about
He got rid of the
that.
moustache. Not happy with him. Bring it back, Cheese.
Gents,
Yes, Dyson.
Gents, a couple of updates on the around the ground scores. Murrelbach lead Croydon by a goal. Kilsyth lead Forest Hill by a goal. Baronia are leading by 6 points over the Basin. That one's obviously still got about a quarter and a half to play out, and it's currently a 13-point lead to Wantirna South and East Burwood. Just a quick one for you boys, because you're getting a bit flat late in this game.
What is that?
What was that supposed to represent?
Kick goes goalward. I tell you what, this is a fair old kick from the boundary line.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Well, for all those around the ground,
What the hell was that from Dyson?
we've missed the opportunity to call one of the best goals you'll see from the scoreboard end.
I think it was the
Brett
playing
Johnson.
coach Brett Johnson who managed
Yeah,
to
when
put
he's-
that
oh,
one.
was on his-
No, it was here with his hands on his hips walking. Number
Yeah,
20.
yeah.
20. It
Bell.
was Bell. David Bell.
Gets his first goal in the fourth term, and he got on the from that centre clearance, which Grimwood was involved in. Got it to Bell out wide. The ball drifted as we were getting around the grounds, and then the free kick
So what we were doing.
went to a Bell, and Bell seals the deal from the tightest of angles, 30 metres out
Boundary.
from goal. So it's 6-6-42, Montrose trailing Doncaster 13-14-92. It's a 50-point lead at the 18-minute mark.
Let's cross down boundary side. Thanks to chiropractic betting, Lockie Munro.
Crowd's still really full down here at Boundary Side. It's really good to see the Montrose faithful still sticky around despite the obvious scoreline.
Well, the bar is still open as
Oh, look at
Ryan
that.
sets
Oh,
sail.
baby.
Oh, goal! Standing start, one kick. That's an absolute ripper.
That
That's
mo-
his second goal of the afternoon, and that's as
That
quick an
has to be
answer as you'll
that
ever
has to be
see.
a challenge. challenger for goal
That's
of the
a contender for the chiropractic
That's right.
betting goal
That
of the
was-
day.
yeah.
It was a standing start inside the square, Ray Ben.
Just off
So
two
try not to
steps.
talk over one another. Doesn't mean you don't have to stop talking.
It's like we've been told off and no one wants to speak anymore.
55 points the margin. They've kicked one goal since half time, Montrose. One goal, and it was that one
Yeah,
from
yeah,
Bell
that's
before.
right.
Very disappointing.
As we heard the hooter as Bell kicked the goal, so there's some symmetry in that. But the ball's back in the middle. No, oh well, a free kick went the way of Montrose to Conyers, who sharked the tap and then got taken too high. Gets it inside 50, but it's chopped off by Ryan, the only man looking at the ball when it came towards Quirk. So another short pass. Ryan takes it gives it to Fogarty. Fogarty spreads it out at half-back to the running Rambaldi, who takes on his man on the mark, and he delivers a long kick inside 50. Lumachisi wasn't really leading to it, but it was first there as it drifted out of bounds in the forward pocket for Doncaster, as they've got a huge 56-point lead. Many contenders for goal of the day out of their 14, and 6 of them from Cooper. Just on that, the way his class in getting those 6 goals has got to mean that he's a contender for player of the day as well. Now, ball 50 metres around from Doncaster's goal, from the boundary throw in. It's been wrapped up again, and the field umpire this time has to come in. Ball it up.
Let's go around the grounds with Dyson Baker.
Time on in the final term. Roarback lead Croydon by just 5 points. Still a 6-point margin between Kilsyth and Forest Hill, and I think it's roughly about three-quarter time between Bronya and the base, and the Hawks still leading that one by just over a goal.
Oh, there's any reason why that game's only going into the final term now?
Yeah, because they, as part of their 1000th game celebrations, they played their vets before the seniors, so the game started at 2:30 this afternoon.
So it took a long time for the vets to get off the ground, you see.
It usually takes longer to play 4 games in a day than 3.
Funny guy.
As Montrose probably going to kick a goal again as they go inside 50. Mark in defence taken by Hooper.
To go the other way around.
As he gets it out wide to Myers.
Highbrow stuff here this afternoon.
Myers short to Alessi, and Alessi takes the mark on half back. He looks to Jarvis, who's lost a lot of energy, but so they go backwards now, and Rambaldi will run onto it, but no target was hit. Scotland now shares it back with Rambaldi, and they've gone from half back to the other back pocket. And Montrose practically subdued into boredom as well, as Rambaldi kicks it long to half back. Standing up nicely in the tackle is Langdon. Now the hands off. Open man in the pocket. Mark taken by Hams in front of Scotland, who guards space on the man of the mark. In corridor. Dangerous kick. Doesn't hit the target, but numbers with Montrose. One of them being Hoare. Goes back to the centre circle where Langdon gets it around the corner. Conyers. Nice mark. Oh, that's Vesio, I think. Yes, Vesio took a mark.
That's Goodman.
Goodman. Sam Goodman.
Yeah,
Third time's a charm, Gav.
Yep, thank you. It's very easy from Croydon Studios to get it right every time. And it's Goodman who's got the ball. We're losing momentum here, that's for sure.
Even Brush is switched off now.
Montrose might get their 7th on the board if Goodman can get his 2nd.
Nice
He puts
kick.
it long, and the goal umpire will stand to attention in the middle of the goalpost and signal a goal. Montrose 7-6-48, Doncaster 14-13, or 14-14, 98, 23 minutes gone, Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
Is it that Montrose have lifted themselves, or is it just that Doncaster have slackened off?
I think you could tell the game's the fizzle's been out of it since.
Yeah.
I mean, since about the first 5 minutes of this term. So I think both sides just.
I mean,
as well as we are, us up here in the commentary box, are just longing for that final siren to blow and enjoy the wash up. And from a Montrose point of view, reassess what went wrong this afternoon and go back to the drawing board and try and come out next week.
They've definitely been undermanned.
The week after, and come out after this bye and play some better footy.
They've got 2 weeks to work it out anyway.
If they can get Kane back with a hamstring and Burt back in the lineup, they'd be much better.
Absolutely.
So the kick goes long for Montrose, inside 50. Another opportunity to get on the board.
Gone.
Taberner is trying to help out and holding the ball goes against
Another one.
the fielding. and it's a slow contest now as Colinieri picks up the ball, kicks it outside 50. Haining takes front position, takes the mark.
It's been good today.
He's been very good, controversially so.
It's been awesome since about 10-minute mark of the second term.
Yeah.
Baton Leach gets it in the middle, so they're trying to spread Doncaster Montrose. But they're really going nowhere at the moment as Fielding takes the mark on the lead, or is that Bell? Bell now spears the pass towards his teammate, and Conyers gets underneath it, and the ball drifts over his head and out of bounds in the forward pocket for Montrose.
Boys, a couple of... Sorry, Gav, I'll cut you off. Three-quarter time, a 1-point lead in favour of the Basin at Bronia, and final closing stage in Division 1. Roval lead by a point over Baldwin, and it's also currently a 60-point lead to Doncaster East over Mitcham.
Ball comes in, and a strong mark has been taken by Gary Conyers, who had to sit under a pretty high one as it came inside the forward 50, and it fell in his lap. He had eyes only for the football, and he'll go back and have a shot from about 35 metres out, almost directly in front. He'll come in now. Takes his time, good approach and a good kick too. That's a goal on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard for the Montrose Football Club. So they haven't given up in this final term, which is definitely pleasing for them to see. 8-6-54 plays 14-14-98.
Yeah, well, the last couple of goals has made it a little bit more presentable. But look, it's just that, as we said before, look, Doncaster, they've lifted their foot off the pedal. They're thinking about 2 weeks' time now.
So, of course, both sides do have a week off next week, and the AFL media team is heading down the highway for a bit of a boys' weekend away down at Geelong. I don't think there'll be much footy being called.
Doncaster, how many they got going to the interleague game?
Just a Narcus.
Just a Narcus?
Yeah.
As Fogarty wins the clearance and kicks it long down the line. Lumachisi, the man underneath it, drops it just as he's looking at another goal. And the spread comes from Lingard to get Montrose out of the defence.
To get Lumachisi on the bus to Geelong.
As the kick misses the target for Montrose. A big opportunity now for Doncaster going the other way. But just as they look to get it to Lumachisi, he's had a man intercepted in front of him. Now the spread kick goes all the way to Bell. Bell's been stopped by good man on the mark work by Ryan. So Bell goes in towards the corridor. Short pass is good. Finds a teammate at centre half back. And they're now kicked it out in the full. That is a tired leg by
Quirk it was.
The debutant, who just pulled it so much that Glenwood just dejectedly saw it float out on the full. Fogarty, short pass to Sia Cavallis. And see if Sia Cavallis looks at all directions, even sideways for his next kick. 70 metres out, puts it in front of Anarchis, who takes the mark. 45, 50 metres out now. He won't have a shot until no options come to him, so he go backwards into the corridor to Scotland. Scotland was almost wanting to play on, but now spears it in towards a leading option. No mark taken. Ground level, Malloy hands it over to a runner. Open goal. Doncaster get the goal through Colinieri, and that is a brilliant finish to this game. Doncaster 15-14, 104, stretch out to a 50-point lead over Montrose. 8-6-54. That's 27.5 minutes gone. Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
It was almost like a training drill. As soon as Anarchis kicked it to Scotland, Scotland looked at... I was just watching his foot skills there. He's just so super cool, and he missed his target, but it was a fantastic pass anyway. But it was like a training drill what they did.
It's cross to Grant Campbell thanks to Tap match stats.
Well, I think that we've been a bit bored. I reckon the scoreboard attendance missed a goal to Doncaster as well. I've got them down as having kicked 5 goals this quarter.
Yeah, it is. They've just added it now, Soupy.
Yeah, 5 now.
So it's 16-14, you reckon?
Yeah, 16-14.
110. And they lead by 56 points. Montrose 8-6-54.
All figured out up here. Oy.
They need that hooter that Dyson's got.
That's just what Nick Coleman needed. This copped an errant boot and landed flat on his back. Ouch.
You want to call it, Paul?
No, not really. You can have it.
Comes out now, Schilling.
He's a great swing man, Paul.
Quirk on the left boot.
Only on the weekends, though.
Well, we are on a weekend now.
Only in the night time.
Exactly. After dark.
Haining Tries to break a pretty strong tackle as the siren sounds to end the game out here today.
And what a fantastic second half it was from a Doncaster point of view. 16-14, 110 will give him soup. Montrose 8-6-54. It was a brilliant win and a great second half performance. They just put the pedal to the metal, the foot to the throat, and they're able to run out the game as well. I think they got the 6-goal lead at three-quarter time, and they just built on it in the last quarter, but a pleasing second half, Ray.
Oh, look, it was a pleasing second half for the Doncaster Football Club, and I was just looking at the ladder there, you know. Unfortunately, they probably won't climb up in many spaces. If Roval knock off Baldwin today, they will go one game ahead as well. But if
Roval lead by 2 points.
Yeah, you go.
11 minutes gone, final term.
Okay, yeah. So look, they'll find themselves Doncaster still in that fourth position. But
and they've lost to Blackburn.
That's right. Who would have expected this? You know,